Ready?
Ready.
All right. Okay.
I think he's hoping we're finished.
That's right.
He gets here.
He might have parking problems.
We'll call to order the Finance Committee meeting for the town of Nantucket for June 21st, 2016. For anybody in the public that has any comment that's not on the agenda, seeing none, we'll go to the approval of the minutes for March 30th and March 14th. So moved. Second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it. All right, we'll move to the review of the reserve fund transfers. I guess we'll go to the first, just basic one. Where we're moving from the group insurance. Just
Yes, this is for salaries that were budgeted in human services.
oh, I thought we were looking at. Is that
Oh,
one and the
we're
same?
on the wrong one.
Well, I was going to use that one first in case there was discussion. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Hey, Brian.
So you want to do the budget transfers first?
I was just going to, if you wanted, just whatever one you wanted to do first. You wanted to do the Island Home?
Yeah.
I just had the insurance, group insurance.
Yep.
Okay, yep.
Okay. You want this?
No, we got it right here. Okay. So as noted at the top, Mass General Law allows us, through the use of a 33B process with the approval of the FinCom and the Board of Selectmen, to transfer 3% of a budget line item or $5,000, whichever is greater. So we are proposing to use $58,000 from the group insurance budget from the general fund to cover these budget increases that we need. One being legal services. We've incurred some additional labor costs, legal services that we've necessary. We have encumbered some money, which has created this deficit for what we believe will be necessary through the remainder of the year. So that's what we've done with that. The human resources expense, the majority of this expense is related to the fact that we have taken advertising and centralized it for any new job positions, and we've had a larger than anticipated need for advertising this year. So that's one of the things that has caused that budget to go over, and as well as an increase in the advertising rate. So we're trying to centralize that so that we're doing consistent advertising through one department, i.e. Human Resources. So that's why we are requesting the $5,000 for there. And then Health Department, I'm sure as many of you are aware, we moved that from Plus into Town Administration, and we were able to charge some of the move and the expenses to the Plus budget through an agreement with them when we had made this transition, but we had exhausted all of that through the changes in the office and the functions down there, so we do need a little bit more money for some supplies and other office setup that we had to go through down there. So all told, this time right now, to address these, we're asking for you to approve a transfer of $58,000.
Thank you. Any discussion? All right. Seeing none, do we want to vote on all these at once? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right. We'll move to the. Okay.
Second.
All right. Those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then the next one's the Island Home.
Right. Excuse me. So we're asking for a reserve fund transfer for this because when we did the budget beginning, thank God it would have been almost 2014 as we started, we had anticipated that the current Island Home Administrator actually would have transitioned to the Director of Human Services, and we had anticipated having a new Island Home Administrator in fiscal 16, the year that we're in, so we had removed the current person's salary out of there, and as everybody is aware, we don't have an Island Home Administrator right now. The individual is still doing the work. So therefore, and we had moved it out of the Island Home budget, so therefore, because we don't have one, we need to move the money for the current Island Home Administrator back into that budget, or else our our CPE, the Certified Public Expenditures, will be affected, and what we report to the federal government for Medicare reimbursement rates will be affected if we don't have this salary in there. They'll actually be reduced. The anticipation is, because we have the new individual who's going through the training and is there now, that eventually we will be able to move. We won't have the two salaries in there, but at this point, because the individual is still acting as the actual administrator, we need to respectfully ask for this transfer.
Discussion?
What happens to the 110,740 in Director of Human Services?
It will flow to free cash. So that's what would happen to it at this point.
Further discussion?
Move for approval?
Second.
Okay, those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, obviously.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you. Do you have the next meeting? To be determined.
It'll be TBD, but it'll probably be right near the middle of July, before the 15th, because that's the last date that we have to request any additional 33B transfers or any additional reserve fund transfers should we need them. We are currently pretty much weekly reviewing all the budgets. The majority of them look good. I mean, there's a couple that we're kind of monitoring a little bit more closely, make sure that we can maybe close some POs and whatnot. If we need any other additional ones, I don't envision that it's going to be a substantial amount of money.
So it's going to be...
It would be probably the second week of July. It could be, is the 12th to Tuesday? Yeah, so if we were going to ask for one, I would probably ask for it on the 12th. So.
All right. So, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
That was quick.